Namaste. I welcome you here at the Great Pyramid on the Giza Plateau, which used to be called Memphis, just so for those who are historians. And we were just now at the King's Chamber, inside the King's Chamber for the last hour, meditating and absorbing whatever knowledge we could from being inside the King's Chamber. And I want to share a little bit of what I experienced. First of all, we were here with, as you can hear, with a group of Indians from the Pyramid Spiritual Society movement that invited us. We were able to come along with this whole group, 30 people, and we're going down to Luxor and the Valley of the Kings, where King Tut was also buried, and Ramses and the major kings were buried down there. King Tut's grave was discovered on 20th February 1922. I remember that because it was 2 days after my father was born. So I was sitting in that chamber and was going on, okay, what do I do? And it reminded me, first of all, of Bob Beck being captured inside an electromagnetically sealed environment where he was trying to get a signal out to the world. And they couldn't. It was a Faraday cage, and that's how it felt like. And inside this rather sealed field, I was trying to feel like, what was it used for? I had seen visions at one point in the past of Roman soldiers coming in, but for now, what was it used for? Two things came to my mind. One, when I stayed within the chamber, it was like it really just brought me into the present. When and this is something that you can practice when you meditate, is put my attention outside the pyramid, like the top of the pyramid and beyond, into a singular focus. That's when I had the best experiences. That's when I felt, that's when the Eye of Horus appeared. Horus being the symbol for the god, for the organizing force, turning Set, I think it is, and into order, and having order and disorder as the two qualities that they deified in the ancient kingdom. And when I was able to do that, and that is true for all my meditation training, when I was able to place my attention into a singular focal point outside of form, time, and space, that's when I had the greatest access and the feeling of liberation. That's when a sense of entering the core of illumination came easiest to me. There was one other moment. I was laying down at the very end when nobody was around in the sarcophagus. There was one big body-length sarcophagus inside. The inside of the building, I tell you, seams of these huge granite slabs, huge, like spanning 5-6 meters across, and with precision markers. I mean, there is not space to put anything in between. Were placed in there as a hard shell, and then surrounding it we have the softer material. So we can think of it as whatever we want. I have read that it was created as an electric collection chamber. Now, it might have been because of the water down below that was below the pyramid, the piezoelectric effect of the stones, or as I have seen it, a current, a beam coming out the top of the pyramid. These are all perceptions, sensations, but when I was laying in the sarcophagus, it was an instant out-of-body transportation. It was like no effort. So there was quite a difference, and I am not sure whether it was a projected idea of mine, whether it was a historic training ground. That much I can say. It was like, wow, that was instant ability to, whatever you want to call it, be beyond the body, form, and emotions and mind. But sitting in meditation in that stillness, the easiest time was for me when I put my attention into singularity, and that's what I find when I meditate. And I have a beautiful short meditation video on what happens in meditation. We go through stages. The more you practice a particular state, the more you can easily get there. But typically, we have had experiences during the day, and we need to digest our emotions. So we wind up thinking of the present and past and then bring our attention back and refocus ourselves into higher and higher states. And they naturally fall away. It's like everything starts falling away. And eventually we become that which is the core essence of ourselves. I'm trying to help out with the wind here. There's a, I hope that is working. Um, so in the pyramid, outside of the pyramid, wherever you are, consciousness is not holier inside a temple than outside. Never was, never will be. It can amplify your sense and your reverence, your sense of awe. However, wherever you are, that's where God is. That's where eternity resides in form, in your expression of yourself. So I'm going to wrap this up real quickly. I'm going to give a voiceover from my German recording inside the King's Chamber as well. And I'm appreciating that you're here, and I hope to be a channel for you, an inspiration maybe to make the journey yourself or come with me on meditation journeys. I'm creating a course right now that starts on the 1st of January, but you can use it at any time thereafter. 365 days of training and meditation, positive focus, and recreating your life in the way that you wish to live your heaven on earth. Namaste here from Egypt.